Good morning everyone. Today we will start with the new unit, that is kinetic theory of gases. So in kinetic theory of gases, first we have to discuss the equation of state. For the gases, equation of state is PV equals to nRT. This is equation of state. Here you know P stands for pressure, V stands for volume, N stands for number of moles. How many number of moles are there? R is your gas constant. This is universal gas constant. And T, you know, T is your temperature. Okay, and what is the value of gas constant? R is 8.31 joule per mole per Kelvin. This is the value of R. So this is your equation of state for an ideal gas. Now for an ideal gas, there are like few assumptions that we take in the form of kinetic theory of gases. So we'll discuss now the assumptions of various assumptions of kinetic theory of gases, and after that we will derive the expression for pressure exerted by a gas on the container, on the walls of container. So first is, what are the various assumptions of kinetic theory of gases? Like first assumption is all the gases contains molecules. For example, if there is hydrogen gas, that will contain the molecules which are identical in size and shape in all respects. So every gas contains molecules which are identical in every respect, but they are different for different gases. For example, this is for hydrogen gas. But if you take oxygen gas molecules, their size will obviously be more than that of hydrogen. But they are identical for the oxygen. They are different than the hydrogen molecules, but they are same. For oxygen, all the molecules are identical. For hydrogen, all the molecules are identical. But for different gases, they are different. Okay, this was the first postulate. After that, these molecules, see, they are not at rest. They are in continuous random motion. And moreover, what about the size of molecules first? Size of molecules is smaller than the distance between the molecules. Like their small size is very small, very small, like the dot. You all must have seen dust particles through a narrow opening. At your home, there must be some place where there is narrow opening. Just see the sunlight coming from that narrow opening. So you can see, observe their dancing dust particles. So that small is the size of gas molecule, and that size is very much small as compared to the distance between two molecules. Like suppose if this is one of the gas molecules, this is another gas molecule, this is the distance. So their size is very small as compared to distance between them. That is the second postulate of kinetic theory of gas. Third is, the molecules, they are not at rest, rather they are in random motion. So as I said already, dancing particles means they are continuously moving from one direction to other direction. So they are in continuous random motion. That is your third postulate. Now the fourth one is, when they are in random motion, some is moving here, someone is moving here, or in any direction, they may collide with each other. They may hit each other, they may collide with each other, as well as they collide with the walls of container. For example, if you consider a room, air is filled in that room, so air particles, they are not at rest. They are colliding with each other, they are colliding with the walls of the room also. So by colliding, they are exerting pressure on the walls and everywhere. So this is one of the reasons that gases, why the gas exert pressure on the walls of container. After that, now when they collide, that collision is perfectly elastic collision. What does it mean, perfectly elastic collision? That when they collide with each other, the magnitude of velocity doesn't change. Only the direction changes. Means speed will not change, velocity will change. Why? Because direction will change. But when they collide with each other, suppose this molecule hit another molecule, they collide with each other, at that time, that molecule may bounce back, its speed will not change, speed will remain same. If it was moving with speed 20, it will continue to move with speed 20. What has changed only? Its direction. So such collisions are called elastic collisions, in which kinetic energy is conserved. So kinetic energy will not change, because kinetic energy is, it is half mv square. So if magnitude remains same, kinetic energy remains same, it will not change. So next postulate is that all the molecules, means all the collision between the molecules, they are elastic collisions. means their velocity will change only in direction, but there is no change in magnitude. Okay, after that, whatever collisions are there, like suppose this molecule suffered a collision here, it has moved in this direction. Again it suffered a collision and it has moved in this direction. Again it suffered a collision, then it has moved in different direction. Means between the two collisions, there is the time like when it is moving free without any collision. So that path travelled by the molecules between two collisions, that is called mean free path. We always calculate the average mean free path. Means it is the path or it is the distance travelled by the molecules between two successive collisions. Like one collision is over here, one is over here. Then these are two successive collisions. So the distance between them, this is called the mean free path of the particles. This is one thing, the average distance between the molecules, this is called mean free path. This was the next postulate, and these collisions are almost instantaneous. Like when here it will collide with any of the molecule, that collision is very fast, it is instantaneous. There is no time that the molecules remain collected at a point, that they form cluster at a point. That is the last postulate, that the density of the gas is uniform throughout, means in spite of so many collisions, like even when they are colliding, they immediately get separated from the molecules. They will not make clusters or somewhere. The density of the gas is uniform everywhere. They all are equally spaced. That is why it is uniform over all the region. Okay, so these are all the postulates of kinetic theory of gases. Whatever we have discussed here, these are the postulates. And the one which we have to take from here is that pressure exerted by the gas is basically due to collision of molecule with the walls of container. So next we will calculate pressure exerted by the gas using the same concept, that the collision between the molecules and the walls of container. So next is expression for pressure exerted by gas. So what is the formula for this? Pressure exerted by gas. So for that, first we will consider a container. We will consider a cubical container because we want to show the x's also. X, y and z axes. We want to show those x's. So we will show a cubical container. You have to make a cube. Now let us consider, now here is suppose x-axis, this is your y-axis, this one is your z-axis. Consider any one molecule over here, it is having velocity. For this molecule, velocity is suppose Vx, Vy, Vz. These are the velocities, component of velocity. Now suppose it is moving along the x-axis and it hit this wall and then bounces back. So there is no change in speed, means magnitude of velocity remains same, but what has changed? Only direction. Now direction only along the x-axis has changed. There is no change in direction of Vy and Vz. So here, now what are the components of velocity? Minus Vx, Vy and Vz. So these are the components of velocities, minus Vx, Vy and Vz. Now velocity has changed but only in direction. That is why minus Vx is written. So here, what is change in momentum of this single molecule? Change in momentum of this single gas molecule. So how will you calculate change? It is final momentum minus initial momentum. We know for momentum we need mass also. So let us consider m is the mass of molecule. And one more thing we have to consider, n is the number of molecules per unit volume. Means total number of molecules, if you want to calculate, you will multiply it with the volume. This is per unit volume. N is the number of molecules per unit volume. So out of these we have considered just one molecule. It was moving along x-axis and then strike the wall, hit the wall, and then bounces back. So velocity minus Vx, Vy and Vz. So what is change in momentum of single gas molecules? Along y and z axis there is no change because no change in velocity. So change is only along x axis. So it is final momentum minus mvx minus initial momentum. Initial momentum is just mvx because velocity was vx, mvx. So it is minus 2mvx. This is change in momentum of single gas molecule. Now when it hits the wall, if this is the change in momentum of molecule, then equal and opposite change is given to the wall also. So what is momentum imparted to the wall? Momentum imparted to wall by single molecule. So what is momentum imparted to wall by single molecule? That momentum imparted will be 2mvx. इसका negative, इसके opposite, action and reaction. So if the gas molecules gain this much momentum, opposite to it, it will pass to the wall. Now why we are calculating momentum imparted to the wall? Because from the momentum we can calculate force. From the force we can calculate the pressure exerted on the wall of container. This is what we want to calculate. So this is momentum by single molecule, but we want to calculate momentum by all the molecules present here. So how to calculate momentum by all the molecules? Suppose up till here we consider only this much region of the container. Now here in this much region, how many molecules are present? How to calculate that number? First we will calculate volume of this much portion only. How to calculate volume? If area of the face is A, so area of each face is A, and for volume we need distance also. Because volume is area into length or area into distance. So how to calculate distance? What distance it has travelled particle from here towards the wall? That distance is given by Vx into delta t. Now what is delta t here? The time taken by molecule to move from here to here. If that is delta t, velocity was Vx, then using the formula, speed is or velocity is distance upon time. So distance is speed into time. So Vx into delta t. So this is the distance travelled. This is area, this is distance travelled. So total volume. So volume of the shaded region. You can shade it. Volume of the shaded region. So this one region जिसका volume find out कर रहे हैं. Volume of the shaded region is A Vx into delta t. Area into distance. This is the volume. So what are the number of molecules present in this volume? Number of molecules in this volume. How many number of molecules are there? If small n is the number of molecules per unit volume, then what is the number of molecules in this volume? Suppose this volume is 100. Unit volume में n है, so 100 में कितने होंगे? You will multiply. So similarly, you will multiply this volume with number n. So it is n a Vx into delta t. This is the number of molecules present in this volume. Now, is it so that all the molecules are moving towards the wall? No. On the average, we can assume that half of these molecules are moving towards the wall and half are coming back after collision. So, number of molecules striking the wall in time delta t. So, number of molecules striking or hitting the wall, that is equal to half of this. So, it should be clear that why we have taken half. Because all the molecules simultaneously cannot move towards the wall. Half of them are coming back. So we have taken half. This much is the number of molecules coming back. Half कर दिया उसको. So what is total momentum imparted to the wall? Single molecule is imparting 2mvx. So आपके जितने number of molecules are, that is half NaVx delta t. So they will impart total momentum given to the wall. Total momentum imparted to wall, it will be half n a Vx delta t multiplied by volume imparted by 1 is 2m Vx. 2 and 2 get cancelled, so it is n a Vx square, m is also there, then into delta t. See, n m a Vx square delta t. This is the total momentum. So how will you calculate force? Force is momentum over time taken. So it is mn change in momentum. So this was total change imparted to the wall. Because initial momentum was 0, final is this, so change will be this only. So this divided by momentum divided by time taken, delta t get cancelled. So force is mn a Vx square. This is the force. So how will you calculate pressure? Pressure is correct force upon area. So pressure is force upon area. So we will calculate what is pressure. Pressure is given by force divided by area. So force is your mn a Vx square divided by area A. So pressure comes out to be, pressure P is mn Vx square. This is the pressure. Now this is the raw expression. Still we have to do a lot in this expression. This is the expression for pressure. Now this is, when we will calculate this, here immediately we will change Vx to Vx bar. What does this bar means? Average speed. Because a single molecule has a speed Vx. When there are n number of molecules or this much number of molecules, then each molecule is having slight different speed. Like if a molecule is having 3 meter per second speed, the other can have 2.9, the other can have 3.1, 3.01. So for that we take average speed along x-axis as Vx bar. This is average speed. So that is why we have written pressure as mn Vx square bar. This is average speed of particle along the x-axis. Okay, now the particles are not only exerting pressure on the x-axis, the wall which is perpendicular to x-axis, rather to the wall which is perpendicular to the y-axis and which is perpendicular to the z-axis also. So we'll calculate in general, since the gas is isotropic in nature. Isotropic in nature means average velocity along the x-axis, it is equal to average velocity along the y-axis, it is equal to average velocity along the z-axis, because the gas is isotropic in nature. And we know root mean square of the gas, root mean square speed of the gas. This you have done in chemistry. Root mean square speed of the gas is given by Vx square plus Vy square plus Vz square. Means take average velocity in all the directions and add them. This is your root mean square speed. So c square, it is equal to, since all these three are equal, so we can write Vx square. So I'll do it there because it is not clear. So we can write c square as Vx square plus Vx square, because all are same. And we each step here. So it is 1, 2 and 3. So 3 Vx square, it means Vx square, that is 1 by 3 c square. The c is root mean square speed. So you can put this value of Vx square here in the expression for pressure. So pressure is, so what will be your pressure then? In terms of root mean square speed, pressure is 1 by 3 mn c square. This is the formula for pressure exerted by the gas on the container. Okay. Also, what is this m into n? M is mass of single molecule, n is number of molecules per unit volume. So this mn is actually mass of all molecules divided by volume. And what is mass divided by volume equals to? Density of gas. So we can write here mass of all molecules means it is equal to mass of gas divided by volume. So it will give you density. So this mn is equal to density of the gas. So we can write for pressure, another expression is 1 by 3 rho c square. This is the These are the two expressions for pressure. So this is how we calculate pressure exerted by gas on a container. We'll continue with the next application of all this in our next lecture. Okay, thank you everyone.